They say time softens grudges, but history rarely erases the shape of how things broke. When rumors flare about a Metallica reunion, the headline-ready image most fans imagine is simple: the classic chemistry, fist bumps, and the roar of a stadium singing back every chorus. In reality, Metallica's bass seat tells a messier story, one of tragic loss, bruised loyalties, and career-defining exits that make the idea of a tidy reunion more complicated than a poster or a tweet. Jason Newsted, who stepped into Metallica after Cliff Burton's death in 1986 and held the post until 2001, occupies the center of that story. Newsted's departure was not a quiet fade. On January 17, 2001, he publicly quit, citing private and personal reasons, and the physical and emotional toll of life in the band. Words that echoed a deeper friction over creative control and the limits placed on side projects. That rupture left scars on both sides, even as time later produced moments of rapprochement. Newsted would reappear with his old bandmates on special occasions, most notably during anniversary celebrations, proving the relationship was never purely binary. When asked, "Will we ever see you jamming with Metallica in some kind of show like in 2011, if there ever will be any shows like that?" McGovney's reply was direct and unambiguous. "No," McGovney simply responded. In interviews, Newsted has been generous with praise for Metallica's current live power, calling them probably the #1 live act from America, and commending their theatrical production. But he has also made clear, repeatedly over the years, that rejoining as a full-time member is not something he spelled out as a desire. That combination, warmth toward the music and distance from the institution, is a realistic, even blunt response to reunion chatter. You can love what a band does without wanting to be inside the machine that does it. To understand why an ex-bassist might give a harsh reply to reunion fantasies, you have to read between the tour posters. Metallica's history includes the death of Cliff Burton in 1986, the awkward transition periods that followed, and tensions over artistic control and recognition, famously dramatized in the band's early 2000s documentary era. For someone who gave 15 years to the group under difficult conditions, the invitation to rejoin can feel less like a warm welcome and more like an erasure of past grievances, or an attempt to sanitize a fraught history for nostalgia's sake.